All right, I'm back. I don't have a sign on. I don't know if I'm ever gonna do one of those things. I don't know. Usually I just start. I don't even know what I start with. I'm just gonna start. Eventually, we'll have a better way of introing in. But for now, I'm just gonna ramble until I start talking about things and look at my notes. So today, I'm gonna try to do a quicker video. Try is the key word there. I wanted my first video to really be a, kind of who am I? How did I get here? Why am I doing this? But now I kind of want to start focusing on like, what is this channel for? So I got three pieces of advice at the last video. One was be more excited. I'm gonna try to do that. Andrew, who's editing for me, he told me that. My wife tells me the same thing every Christmas and every birthday. I swear I'm excited. I guess I don't show it. It feels like I'm showing it, but excited. So maybe if I do this, that's that. So we'll get that out of the way. Two was make my light wider. So I did that. I don't know if that'll make a difference, but it's wider. Hopefully it doesn't illuminate the peanut butter on my shoulder. And then three was actually share earlier what I'm talking about. Shout out Burrows. So yeah, I guess that's the thing with this channel. There's a lot of things I'm doing. I'm building businesses. One of the primary businesses I'm building is open world discovery, which I'm going to do a product feature video on very soon. And then book club chat is another one. And then there's a few other things I'm working on, how I'm partitioning my time, really trying to focus and build open world, but I'm building several things all at once. This channel is really to document the story in doing this. How am I building it? What am I struggling with? What am I succeeding in all of those? So I wrote an outline, so I'm going to stop rambling and look at my outline. And that's the quick recap, which was on my outline. So check. Practice and develop these three things: storytelling, marketing, and feedback. So like storytelling, like that's really what this is. I want to practice storytelling. As I've done this, like I've kind of always thought I had never done sales. I'm not good at sales, but I kind of looking back, I have done a decent amount of sales. Like when I was an ambassador in college for Spikeball, I sold nets. Now Spikeball is an easy thing to sell, and most of my selling, I guess, is around Spikeball. But I want to build fun things now and sell them, and fun things are easier to sell, in my opinion. So that's where I'm at. Storytelling is really a fun part of it. I like telling stories, whether that's a story that's really interesting or whether it's a dumb bit that I'm carrying on for way too long. And that's usually the kind of storytelling I do. This kind of storytelling is more exciting and sharing what's happening and bringing people along with the journey. I enjoy following people who do that. And I want to give people the opportunity to do that with me as well. And then marketing, I think as you build a brand and as you talk about what you're doing, more people understand it and can follow along. So not only is this marketing for, I guess, myself and what I'm doing, but also for the things I'm building, the skills I have, making a name for myself somewhat, but it's less about needing a name for myself, more so this is just a really good medium these days. If you can story tell effectively and if you can share what you're doing effectively, then people find out, they understand, they want to follow. And then feedback. The more I talk about things, the more people are aware of what I'm doing, the more feedback I get, either on, hey, this is really good, what you're doing is awesome, or like, hey, why are you doing that? Why are you doing it this way? I mean, just from the first video, I got 3 pieces of feedback that were awesome. And I would encourage you, if you're watching, sorry, 3 minutes. Wow. If you're watching this far and you have feedback, please share, put it in the comments. If you know me personally, text me, send it on Instagram, whatever. Like I love feedback. I appreciate it. I will take any of it. You can. It just helps me move faster. The faster you fail, the faster you get feedback, the faster you move forward. And so then the second point will be, what will I post? And so 3 things: product features, challenges and wins, and then philosophies and strategies. Product features is really a way to focus on what I'm building. So that will be full scale features, like, hey, what is this all together? And then also features, like as part of that as well. What does this one specific thing of this one product do? And why do I think it's really cool? Jamie Stagmeyer, who runs Stonemeyer Games, he always does these videos on mechanics he loves in different board games. And I love that kind of video to show, hey, why do I think this thing works? Why do I think it's a hook? What is the philosophy around it? And getting people's feedback on that. I think those can be really interesting. Challenges and wins, really a way to talk about what is difficult. What am I struggling with? What do I need to figure out? And there's plenty of that. Then also forcing myself to celebrate, hey, this thing happened. It was big and I won. And bringing people along with that to celebrate with me. Then what am I hoping for? I want to build a brand. I want to grow an audience. I want to inspire people to try to build things and figure things out. And then I want to connect with others. So yeah, I want to be someone who builds things and takes those risks and figures things out and asks the questions. And this is forcing myself to do that. And I want to be able to talk with people, have that feedback. Again, I reference Spikeball a lot, but learned a lot there. The audience and community as a moat was something that was really powerful. I came from that moat and I want to build that type of thing where I build products that people come around and are excited about. And I can be a part of these communities and help build them. Building a community with Taser was really awesome. It was really cool building these people to come to these tournaments and growing that in Texas. And I want these products to have that same thing. I don't just want to build tools. I want to build communities around products, which really excites me. And then how can you help? If you're this far in the video, 5 minutes 44, I think the average view of the last one was 4:30. So I've already lost most of you at this point. So if you're here, you'll actually listen to this part. Interactive channel. I want to be a channel, and I want to post content that interacts with the people who are listening. So I want people to share. I want you to comment. I want you to message me ideas you have or feedback you have or things you can do this better. At this point, it might only be my mom watching, and I know she's gonna text me about this, and she had feedback on my channel before I even posted anything. More of that feedback. Send me what you think and what would be more entertaining or why this is boring. If I don't know it's boring, then if no one tells me that, then I can't have feedback on it. So, I'm gonna really hammer that point home. But if you're gonna give me anything positive or negative, give me a why behind it so that I can action off of it and I can grow and develop from it, whether it's me, a product, or a process. And then share the word on what I'm building. Again, this is why I want to connect with people. If you like what I'm building, I want you to try it. Don't just be, you can't just be a passive intaker, a passive consumer. That's what I'm looking for. Consumer of what I'm building, but interact with it as well. Try it. If you like what I'm doing, tell me, share it with your friends, tell your friends. If there's things like, wow, it'd be really cool if I did this, let me know that. Again, feedback. I guess I'm going to keep coming back to that, but take part in what I'm building as well. Yeah, I guess that's really it. That's what this channel is for. And I hope I can be entertaining while doing it. I hope I can tell an effective story. I hope I can be entertaining while doing it in a way that's authentic. I don't want to be a YouTuber. I want to be someone who's telling a story, and this is just a medium. Just like I don't want to build apps, I want to build platforms for communities, and I want to connect with people. So that's what I'm doing here, and I'm going to try to get better at it each and every time. And the goal is learn what needs to improve and then action on that and improve on it. That's what I've done my whole career, and that's what I'm going to do here. So I appreciate y'all watching and following along, and we'll keep turning these things out. Thanks.